Hey guys and gals, welcome back. It's early on a Friday morning. We're gonna go ahead and take a trip today, but we gotta put some new shock absorbers on. We put new springs on quite a long time ago in the rear, probably about 4 or 5 months ago. It is time today. We're looking at some OESpectrum shock absorbers for the Jeep Liberty. This is certainly gonna fit the 2005 and 2006, probably 2002 through 2007. Came from O'Reilly. We're thankful for them. Let's put it on. I am going to make some small talk today while we're doing this, so that way I don't delay the video. This has a special adapter for the lug nuts for these wheels. As you know, we're a budget shop, so we use budget tools. 1/2-inch ratchet, 15 mil deep well, 18 mil deep, and an 18 wrench. If you're going to use an impact, you might want a little wobbly piece you can get under there. It's not a lot of space. Budget light from Harbor Freight. A little bit of PB blaster and torque wrench. That's because we're taking the tires off. So as you guys can see, I rotated the tires. We got the back one sitting behind the back of the Jeep there. These were in the rear. These got almost 40,000 miles on them, and they are doing really good. These are the Dynapro AT2 Extreme by Hankook, and we ordered these off of TireRack.com. We ordered a set of 5 because it's a Jeep, and they have treated us so well that we're gonna go with another pair. And we did for the black Jeep. Here they are. The only difference in these is they are a 16-inch tire versus 17-inch tire. Truth be told, I should have rotated these a long time ago. Probably, you know, I would say every 10,000, 15,000 miles, realistically speaking. They probably call for it more than that. These were on the front, so if I said those up there were good, I mean, they're good enough for the front. These were on the front, now they're going to be on the back, and so it's going to be much better for the winter season at hand. Then once spring, summer, and fall arrive, once fall's here, we're going to go ahead and probably buy another pair exactly the same. We'll see if they got an upgraded version, something like that, of course, just to keep an eye on it. Old shock, this one actually looks like it was replaced earlier than the other one. These springs are new. We just got one bolt down here. It's got an 18 washer or nut on this side, and then it's got, I think, a 15 right down here, 15 up here as well. In case you haven't seen any other videos yet, this is the front drive shaft from driveshaftparts.com. I'm looking to send that back. It arrived not balanced, so I got one from Driveline Service, our local provider, and they got it from some far off place but not overseas, and it's working great. Use jack stands when you do this. I don't have them. I've got 2 jacks underneath this. This is the 18 going back on the nut. I'm going to go with the 18-inch ratchet wrench. 18 millimeter, not 18-inch. You guys know what I'm talking about. Now we're going to go ahead and put the swivel onto a 15. Grab our budget Hercules. This Hercules caused a lot of drama on one of the shorts that we did. Let's see. Better put it on the right setting, eh? There we go. Nut comes off. It's going to be a little rusty, of course. Let me get this here. Come on out. Spin it right on out. How you guys been, by the way? Trying to get out some more videos. It's kind of nice because then I get to chat with you guys as well. This button comes undone. We're not putting out the vibes. Get to chat with you a little more and hang out on the fellow Jeep stuff and whatever else we got going on. Put new rotors and brake pads on this a while ago, and I think we put some new calipers on it as well. I think we got a little bit of a brake leak up on the front there we got to take care of. just a little seep. Right up top, I think it's 15. Comes right out. This one does not have a nut on the other side. Now we're loose, just falls right out. I always like to give it the test. So I can do this. So it means it's a little loose. Go like that. I mean, they don't feel terrible, but they've been on for quite a while. So I think that we did the right thing by replacing them. It's not as tight as it would have been new. Remember, these things aren't just supposed to bounce back. They're not springs, they're shock absorbers. Keep you from the bouncing. One other thing that we're gonna be doing pretty soon here, guys and gals. We're gonna put the OEM light bar on the hog right there. I have been looking, I looked on Oxedo.com today where they got their LED lights. They do a good job with their lights. They've got 100 watt. It's the, oh, I can't remember what it's called, but it's not gonna fit because it's a little too close on the back here. So we're gonna have to go with the more realistic wattage because then it's more direct fit. These just don't have enough space on the back. There's our hardware. Exciting. And we're gonna tie it into the bright lights. We're actually gonna have a three-way switch. One switch ties it into your brights. Flip it over to the other side, it's just on. And if you flip it to the middle, it'll just be off. Pretty cool. We've actually got our own fuse box for the light bar and a few other applications that are coming up. This is a Jeep. If you don't have a Jeep, just take it as you can do this with whatever you do have. Unless, of course, it's all computerized. I don't know if you got a computerized, refresh any computer system with shocks on any vehicles yet. Probably. It's going to extend out real slow. I like to just do this a couple times here. Get it started. It's going to come back. And that's good enough. It'll be fine. Now this hardware came out pretty decent actually. Where's that top bolt? Here it is. It's actually really good. The other side was a lot more rusted, but I'm going to take some PB Blaster and just fill up that hole right there. That's the bolt hole. We'll let it run out. I'm going to grab some compressed air real quick. Close your eyes when you do it. All right, look at that. If you're like me, if you guys are like me, you know that sometimes it takes a little bit to get out in the garage, a little motivation, but this is the reward for your toil, I guess, in one way you could say. We got the new shock going on. I got these from O'Reilly Auto Parts. Always a good place to go, as long as they've got the part for your application, and they usually do. This one's a little bit of an oddball when it comes to the engine. So sometimes I have to source parts from like idparts.com, which is diesel Jeep specific. Just gonna get my top threaded in first here if I can. Just got it loosely in there. I'm just going to jack this up just a little bit, just to line the bolt hole up. Where's our other bolt? Here it is. Now that's got some WD-40 in there, a PB Blaster, but for this bottom one it doesn't. So I take and I just put a little bit of anti-seize on it. Some of you will say don't do that, but I have never had a problem. And I like it when the bolts come out. That CRD engine, that diesel engine, I tell you, it was excellent to take apart. Nothing was loose on it, but I didn't have anything rusted shut that I couldn't get apart. No broken bolts. Even the exhaust manifold bolts, nuts. They're nuts on that. Came right off. Your nut goes to the back. Bolt head goes on the outside. We're going to take our 18 again. As far as torque, I think it's probably going to be, I would say around like 60 foot-pounds, but I could be wrong. I just go till it's tight. And I'm just pulling out the 1/2 inch to tighten up the top. There we go, that'll do it. Don't need to put all your weight on this. Just a little bit tighter. There we go. Check your pads while you're here. Great, and not as good, but still good. These rims, I don't know what they are, but I actually got them for Dad quite a while ago. Back when I was making a lot of money. I was making a lot of money working for technology field, we'll just say. But it just wasn't worth it, guys. I was working my life away, and I want to enjoy what I do. And I didn't realize it at the time because I just thought, wow, this is a lot of money, this is really great. And now I realize that that is not what is most important. Sure helps out. And I didn't balance my checkbook. Nothing like that. If you're wondering how the Hercules brushless works great. Set it to the lowest setting here. Takes it to just about 100 foot-pounds exactly. I got it just on the lowest setting. Now I always torque these to 100 foot-pounds. I think the torque specs might be 110, I can't remember. I think it might be right at 100 as well. I've always done it to 100. Works just fine. You know, if you over torque your lugs, you can actually ruin your rotors prematurely. I'm not saying be unsafe, just telling you what I do. It's hard for a guy like me to hunch over all the time. Can feel a burn in your knees, you know? Not huffing and puffing too bad yet. Whew. Always turn your torque wrench back down to its storage setting, and in this case it would be 50. I need to get some 19, 24, 22, 21, etc. impact. These are all impact rated, the black ones are. These other ones just kind of take a beating if I need them to. Well, that's going to do it for today. I know not everybody has a Jeep, but this is more or less to show you how to do it if you do. And the bigger picture is that you can do this on your own. Kind of come up with a new saying, if you can DIY it, you can buy it. And I think that is good to use for our family because we can't afford to make all these adjustments when you got to do something and it has to be programmed into the computer, just like the battery on that Volkswagen Passat out there. They wanted $600 to replace the battery because it's got to be reprogrammed. We don't have the tools, we don't have the money to do all of that. I'm much happier to buy a $200 battery from O'Reilly and stick it in the Jeep. This is a diesel, it's fun, makes good fuel economy. I can replace the thermostat without a whole bunch of electronics or digicals, as Derek would say. Yeah, good stuff. Don't worry about it being a Jeep that I worked on today. This is just what I got, and I just want to encourage you to work on what you got. If you can DIY it, you can buy it. Use that excuse or that slogan with your wife or your husband if you're a woman working on your stuff. If you can DIY it, guys, you can buy it. Everybody have a wonderful day. I can't wait to talk to you in the chats. We'll see you next time. From our garage to yours. And if you can DIY it, you can buy it. And I know somebody who's got the parts. See ya.